This is about some post-harvest techniques in organic farming. The point is, usually we should understand for the packaging purpose, the processing purpose, there is always specific involvement. There is always a requirement which is different and certainly not the same as we do in the conventional farming or maybe in the regular modern farming practices. In organic, we should be very careful, especially with some contamination with some physical materials which are not allowed in these practices at all. So we should be very, very careful. Now, some of the basic points I have involved, they are not exclusive list. There must be some other list also that you have some additional point to which can be shared. It's not a problem. देखिए यहाँ पर कुछ मिनिमम पॉइंट्स हमने इन्वॉल्व करे हैं उसके बारे में हम लोग चर्चा करते हैं. Let's discuss about it. So the first thing, the post harvest practices, especially, we should understand related with some climatological changes. There is always a little variation, especially with the harvested produce. Let's take an example. If you are belonging to the areas or the continents or the countries which are temperate areas, in such conditions, most of the crop produce they have been harvested. And rather than going for the sun dry, they usually keep it into the circulated areas where the ventilation is proper. So they harvest it, pile it, and that pile has been usually kept under the certain areas which have a good ventilation around. Like suppose take an example, like in the jute sacks, जैसे हमारे गनी बैग यूज होता है वहाँ पर jute sacks करते हैं. Or sometimes they have the silos, which is a areas belonging as a storage purpose, and they are well ventilated. They have the surroundings which is mostly covered by the some small or larger windows depending on it areas. So in temperate areas, the drying condition is different as compared to the tropical areas. The second place, if we belong to the such countries or the areas where the temperature is quite high, at that first we usually harvest the produce near to the maturity, especially, and this complete maturity in the tropical areas usually taken wherever the humid condition also prevails. So the moisture plays a very, very important role here. So you should be understanding when should to harvest. So belong to the such areas. Let's take an example in the Uttarakhand area, क्योंकि hot भी रहता है, humid भी रहता है. In such conditions, you must be harvesting the crops when they are complete near to the maturity. And while you are storing, it should be kept without the strips of the bark. And the grains जो हम लोग produce होता है उसको thresh करने के बाद the drying of grains it has been done under the sun before the storing. You know that this is a very common procedure which has been done in the dry weather से जहाँ पर आपका moisture content बहुत कम रहता है, environment is usually dry. In such areas you can go ahead with the grains which immediately have been harvested and you can keep it for 2 to 3 days for the sun drying purpose. क्योंकि humid conditions में sometimes it has been seen even in the sun drying when you are doing it, there is always a question of the high moisture content which increase the temperature under the pile. So common or the routinely turnings is always required in such areas. So we should be very careful about this one. तो अगर hot humid areas है आपको ध्यान रखना होगा कि आपको harvesting कब करनी है और जब when you belonging to such areas where humidity is not a question, in such areas you can directly go ahead with the sun drying and just keep it under the storage purpose. Next, there are some other practices which is also prevailed in some other areas, location basis. Sometimes the harvested material it has been kept by mixing with the sands. Sometimes some clay materials has been used, or to absorb the sufficient moisture or excessive moisture, even wood ash is also required. These are the traditional practices. They are traditional, but at the same time, they are not having any implications of the uses of the chemicals here. That's why such practices can be possible to conduct under the organic too. इसलिए इनको involve किया गया है. Now, if you have some stored grain problems, जहाँ पर आपका storage है, वहाँ पर आपको कुछ problems आ सकती हैं. In such areas, you can either go for the some smoking, which can be done by using certain plants, and that smoke usually work as a repellent. Now, most interesting thing which has been found, it is ethylene gas is usually permitted under the organic farming, especially for the ripening purpose. ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि यहाँ पर इथाइलिन गैस जो होती है वो परमिटेड होती है, आप उसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. Now, moving on, this is immediately coming to the processing. Now, this is immediately after harvesting. Harvesting के बाद क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे करना चाहिए, ये हमने पढ़ लिया है. Now, moving on to the processing part. There are so many ways you can go ahead with the processing of the final material. Either it is a mechanical and physical. There are some other biological ways that you can store it or you can convert as produce. Smoking, that we already have seen it. Extraction is a method where some of the materials, the final produce has been extracted for the juice or other flavor purpose. तो उसका भी एक तरीका होता है. प्रेसिपिटेशन इज अनदर मेथड. कई जगह आपको डाई चाहिए होता है, कई जगह आपको अदर मैन्युफैक्चर मटेरियल चाहिए होते हैं एज अ रॉ मटेरियल्स, बट दे हैव बीन ग्रोन ऑर्गेनिकली. So precipitation is there. Filtration is another method. Now here one thing that has to be understand in the processing, you can also use the flavorable flavoring extracts. कुछ ऐसे extracts होते हैं जिनका flavor add किया जाता है in the final produce. But these flavoring extracts is only permitted if they have been grown under the organic conditions only. First thing, पहली बात, जो भी मटेरियल आप यूज करें फ्लेवरिंग एक्सट्रैक्ट, वो ऑर्गेनिकली ग्रो होना चाहिए. सेकेंड थिंग विच इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, द एक्सट्रैक्शन मेथड विच विल बी फॉलोड, इट विल बी ऑफ द फिजिकल प्रोसेस. जैसे दो मशीन के बीच में क्रश करके आप निकाल रहे हैं, और मे बी समथिंग हैज बीन पास थ्रू द बिटवीन टू रोलर्स एंड सो ऑन. So such physical processes are useful and can be permitted under the organic conditions processing too. तो ध्यान रखिएगा, आपको कोई फ्लेवरिंग एक्सट्रैक्ट अगर ऐड करना है, दिस इज अ वेरी कॉमन कंडीशन, वो ऑर्गेनिकली ग्रोन एरिया से होना चाहिए, उसका नेचर ऑर्गेनिक होना चाहिए. एंड द सेकंड मेथड ऑफ एक्सट्रैक्शन इज इट शुड बी डन बाय द फिजिकल प्रोसेस. Now whatever the extraction that you are doing it, there is a proper way, and the extraction is permitted either using the water, ethanol, plant and animal oils, vinegar, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, or carboxylic acids. But one thing has to be understand, they are all should be permitted with the food grade quality. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप इनका नेचुरल या रॉ कंडीशन जो होती है, you are directly using it for the extraction purpose. You must go ahead if they are food grade quality standards. That's it. Otherwise do not go for it. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको कहीं से मिल गया आप उसका इस्तेमाल करना शुरू कर दें. You have to come out with the proper standards. Yes, it is food grade quality. Now one thing is very important. Sometimes in the processing, radiation is also required to be done. But let me tell you, frankly speaking, in organic, produce organic food, irradiation is totally not allowed. It is prohibited. आप किसी भी पर्पस के लिए रेडिएशन का यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं, चाहे वो बीटा हो, चाहे गामा रेज हो, चाहे यूवी लाइट रेडिएशंस को हो, जस्ट फॉर द killing of the minor insects, pests, fungal attack, or so many any things, just to increase the shelf life of these any stored produce. Still, you cannot use the radiations in the organic farming or organic foods. Now, for the processing purpose, you can use the water and salt wherever it has been required in the organic produce. क्योंकि जो water और salt होता है, they usually work as a preservatives. तो कुछ मटेरियल्स होते हैं जिनको आप लॉन्गर पीरियड के लिए एज एन ऑर्गेनिक फूड यू कैन कीप इट. सो सॉल्ट एंड वाटर is sometimes have been used in organic products too. But most important thing, any non-organic raw material, this is very important. Whatever is GMO produced is not applicable in organic foods at all. ये ध्यान रखिएगा, जीएमओ फूड्स की एंट्री अलाउड नहीं होती है किसी भी तरीके से. Either you are growing the crop as a one of the variety which is GMO variety, no, you cannot use it. Or even for the processing purpose, if you are using some other material as a raw material which is non-organic, non-organic है okay, लेकिन अगर वो GMO है, there is still a question, you cannot use that. So radiations uses or the GMOs uses is totally banned in organic farming. Next, now coming to the packaging. पैकेजिंग में बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ मटेरियल शुड बी यूज और नॉट. पहली चीज, एक बेसिक प्रिंसिपल समझ लीजिए, पैकेजिंग पर्पस के लिए वही मटेरियल यूज करने चाहिए दोज विच आर बायोडिग्रेडेबल, स्पेशली फॉर द ऑर्गेनिक पर्पस. कोशिश करिए वही मटेरियल यूज करे जाएं, जैसे जूट बैग होते हैं, गनी बैग्स होते हैं, कार्टन्स होते हैं, ठीक है. इवन नाउ डेज बायोडिग्रेडेबल प्लास्टिक इज आल्सो देयर. समटाइम्स द लीव्स हैव बीन यूज्ड, banana leaves and other plant leaves also used. So such things can be used for the packaging purpose. लेकिन जहाँ पर प्लास्टिक होती है, we should not be going ahead to use them at all for the organic purpose. Let's check the list of the points that we have it. For the packaging in organic, you can use any ecological sound materials. Ecological का मतलब यहाँ पर यही आता है which does not affect any kind of a pollution, which does not cause any kind of pollution. Simple. तो कोई ऐसा मटेरियल इस्तेमाल ना करें जिससे पोल्यूशन फैलता है. इट्स बी इकोलॉजिकल साउंड. सेकंड, कोई भी पैकेजिंग मटेरियल व्हिच अफेक्ट्स द ऑर्गेनिक नेचर ऑफ द कंटेंट शुड बी अवॉइडेड. Then again, this point is very important. Sometimes if you are using any material which actually causing certain reactions because some filling has been done, some input has been kept inside, और उसके नेचर में कुछ फर्क पड़ता है, then we should not use them. So avoid the uses of such things which actually reduces or degrade the quality of organic foods. Third, जो सबसे important था, any PVC material or maybe the plastic material is prohibited. आप ऑर्गेनिक फूड की पैकेजिंग के लिए इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, सिमिलरली लैमिनेट्स आते हैं, एल्युमिनियम शीट्स आती हैं, दिस इज आल्सो नॉट रिक्वायर्ड इन द ऑर्गेनिक पैकेजिंग. इनका इस्तेमाल भी मत करिए. Most important thing that you can do is use certain examples that I just quoted. गनी बैग्स का यूज करिए, जूट बैग का इस्तेमाल करिए, ओके. बायोडिग्रेडेबल मटेरियल जैसे आपके अलग होता है, बायोडिग्रेडेबल प्लास्टिक्स आती हैं, ओके, व्हिच इज लेसर देन 100 माइक्रोन्स, उसका इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है. Some leaves are there, leaves can be used, banana leaves are also there. So these materials are biodegradable and also very useful and ecologically sound. The last point, has to be understand whatever the material you are using it, even the biodegradable. Look at this point. अगर वो biodegradable ही है, it should not affect the organoleptic character of the product. ये organoleptic character मैं बता देता हूँ क्या होता है. This is actually related with the sensory evaluation tests. Means the physical texture, aroma, taste, overall feeling, crispiness, firmness, ये चीजें इसकी अफेक्ट नहीं होनी चाहिए. अगर आपका एप्पल है, लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ एन एप्पल, and you use a certain raw packaging or certain newspaper or something else, और उससे the physical appearance it has been degraded, or maybe the luster of the apple has been lost, we should not use such materials also in the packaging too. Similarly, it should not be transmitting any kind of a harmful impact on the human health too. जैसे मैंने अखबार का कोट किया था, अगेन आई एम कोटिंग द न्यूज़पेपर. न्यूज़पेपर हैज सर्टेन इंक्स व्हिच इज एक्चुअली अ कार्सिनोजेनिक. तो न्यूज़पेपर की कटिंग या न्यूज़पेपर का मटेरियल आपको यूज नहीं करना है किसी भी हालत से, बिकॉज इट कॉजेज द सीरियस थ्रेट्स टू द ह्यूमन हेल्थ. तो पैकेजिंग में ये भी ध्यान रखिएगा, न्यूज़पेपर अलाउ नहीं है. हाँ, हालांकि बायोडिग्रेडेबल है, बट यू शुड अवॉइड इट. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. ओके,